How do Hanzo's changes change his place within the competitive meta?
Well, I kind of think that he goes from a kind of a niche pick where it's like, this kind of map dependent or really map dependent, what type of compositions you go up against, if you are able to like actually pull it off, if you can just basically just use him as an ultimate generator where, you use a grab and the dragon, and just from that you basically win the push or whatever. But instead with this new Hanzo, I think that he's gonna have like a way more stable pick, or like pick rate, I guess I can say, when it just comes to like just overall here, like just overall pick compositions basically, where his new ability, instead of the scatter, he's being able to like pull out quite a lot of DPS with just fast arrows, and making the life for Tracer even harder than what it already was. She just had to dodge scatter, and then she was fine. It was kind of like she could just basically do whatever she wanted. You just gotta kill him fast enough so that he doesn't randomly hit an arrow, or like luckily hit an arrow. But now instead, like, she has to fear a very short cooldown of six or 5 arrows, where it shoots very fast. It does a lot of damage. It 2 shots unless you go straight for the headshot, which insta kills her basically. While also like probably what I think is the biggest change about Hanzo is the wall height cooldown, where it's been reduced to 12 seconds instead of 20. The radius and duration has been nerfed a little bit to compensate for it, but I think that is literally the biggest change about him, except for maybe the movement ability he got as well. But I think the Wallach is gonna be the biggest game changer for Hanzo.
Do you think pro teams will be able to abuse his Sonic Arrow cooldown at a much higher level now?
I think it would be massively abused to the point where you'd be able to like just hypothetically just play like some sort of dive with him, like dive meaning they use the Monkey and Tracer, maybe, if you like choose to play that, if that maybe becomes a thing, where you can easily scout where the front line is, so that you can get an idea of whether you want to go for the backline or whether you want to go just for tank push basically. And it's just being able to give a lot of information more often. It will just make Hanzo a more reliable pick, not only because of his changes, but also because of you be able to position yourself differently and always be able to pretty much correctly predict what the enemy is gonna do.
That's a lot of good points. Do you think we're gonna see him pop up on a wider variety of maps instead of just like Kings Row, Junkertown?
With the new changes, I definitely think that he's gonna be able to see a lot more gameplay, just general overall. I don't know if there's gonna be like a specific map where you're like, oh shit, you have to play him here. You have to play him 100% here. I definitely think with the with the increased momentum or mobility that he has gotten, I definitely think that there's many maps where it's like kind of open, maybe like Numani, because Numani has a lot of corners, but it's very open still. But with the new mobility there's a very good chance that he'll be able to just see play on this map specifically like that, because there's so many corners and it's very hard to engage versus him and like take a prolonged fight when it comes to just like this many corners and kind of open.
It's obvious that you've thought about this a decent amount. How excited are you personally? Because we know TviQ plus Hanzo equals love, right?
Hanzo is life.
For more Overwatch interviews and analysis, subscribe to our channel. You can also find stats, discussions, and more on our website and mobile app at blitzesports.com.